In this video, we will be showing you how a PNH supervisor would enter time for their project crew in the web-based version of Procore. Let's navigate to the project that we want to enter time on by clicking the Select Project button. Here, we can either choose recent projects we accessed, scroll through projects, or search for a project. Once we have found our project, clicking it will take us to the project homepage. Once on the project homepage, select the Project Tools button, then navigate to the Crews tool under the Resource Management header. If you haven't already done so, you can add your most used tools to your favorites toolbar by clicking the star symbol next to the tool. This adds it to the project's header, making it easier to navigate to in the future. Let's click the Crews button to access the Crews tool. In the Crews tool, we can see that we already have 2 crews created. We can see the crew's name, the crew lead, and the number of crew members. When naming a crew, it is strongly advised to give it a proper name, as shown here, as this will help immensely when entering your crew's time in later steps. Let's create a new crew by navigating to the orange Create button and selecting Create Crew from the drop-down menu. When creating a crew, you can select from all employees in the company. First, give your crew a proper name. Next, let's select our crew lead. When you hover over an employee's name, you can either set them as a crew lead or add them to the crew members. Let's put Corey as the crew lead. Now let's search for the other crew members and add them by clicking the checkbox next to their name. Once all members have been added, click the orange Create button to save the crew. As you can see, the new crew has been populated. If you ever need to delete a crew, click the trash can and follow the prompts. You can view the composition of any crew by clicking the View button. Or add members and rename any crew by clicking the Edit button. It is recommended that you comprise the crew solely of employees who are part of it daily. Employees who are occasionally on site, such as weekend help, do not need to be added to the crew. Now that we have created our crew, let's log their time. Select the Project Tools button. Then navigate to the Timesheet tool under the Resource Management header or via your favorites toolbar. When you access the Timesheets tool, you will be brought to an overview page showing timesheets for today's date whenever you access the tool. By clicking the calendar icon, you can change the date for which you want to add a timesheet. Let's enter our cruise time for Monday the 3rd. To create a timesheet, click the orange Create Timesheet button in the center of the page. In the pop-up, we can see the crews in this project, with the crews we lead at the top of the list. Choosing a team populates the list with the crews members, and you can pick the members you want to track time for using the Select All button or individually. Click the orange Add button to create time entries. Now we see that crew members have had individual time entries created for them. If we collapse the header, we can see all crew members in a more compact view. On the right side of the screen, we can see how many hours this particular time card has allocated, the total daily hours, and finally, the total hours the employee has had this week. This is helpful as some employees may work across multiple projects. Expanding the crew again, we can select the task code field to see the available codes. Choose a code that best describes the work. We can then set the task's hours. If many people are doing the same job, use the Bulk Time Entry button to set multiple fields at once. To bulk enter time, follow the exact steps you just did when setting an individual entry. When entering time, you have to set a time type. The automatic setting sets all times to regular up to 40 hours, then automatically switches entries to the overtime type. If you need to change the time type, uncheck the box and choose the appropriate time type from a list. Once you are done, select the Apply button. You can see that all selected employees' time entry now reflects the bulk edits. Once happy with the entries, hit the orange Submit button. We can now see that entries are in the pending status. If we need to make changes, we can do so on the fly by clicking any value field and adjusting it as needed. We can edit task codes, hours, time types, and even descriptions. This is useful when plans change and an employee has worked on another task. Now that we're done with Monday's timesheet, let's create Tuesday's timesheet. Click the calendar button to go to another day. We can see that this day has no timesheets. We can either redo all the steps by clicking Create Timesheet in the center of the page, or we can copy previous timesheets by selecting the Create button at the top right and choosing from Previous Timesheet. This will populate all the entries we made from the last sheet we worked on, speeding up the whole process. From here, you can edit entries as you did before. We can delete entries if employees were not present, or even add tasks if the employee worked on multiple tasks in the day by clicking the Add Line Item button. You can use this ease of editing to plan your day or to capture what happened. Once happy with the edits, click Submit. As we can see, this timesheet reflects the edits we just made to the copied data. The timesheet also calculates the total time tracked and the breakdown of the track time types. Let's finish up by filling out Wednesday's timesheet. This time, let's create our timesheet by using the Copy from Any Date feature. This allows us to duplicate any previous timesheet. This option is powerful when filling out timesheets that include tasks on certain days of the week, such as GFCI testing logs. Again, click to select the values you want to edit in the timesheet, then hit Submit when you're done. If you ever need to delete a time entry, click the trash can icon on that line and follow the prompts. And that's it. You can now successfully create time cards for your crew. If you ever have questions or unsure on how to fill out the timesheet, reach out to the accounting team. They will gladly work with you to get the sheet filled out. Thank you for watching this training by PH University, and catch you next time.